So for you to be able to understand this video, you have to understand who is a super empath. A super empath is a person that is a highly evolved empath. Okay? They were once an ordinary empath, but there are things that have happened in their lives, and they have gone on a very serious journey of evolution. They are most likely very awakened as well, because you cannot be a super empath if you're not an awakened empath. So those people, they go on a healing journey, a very intensive healing journey, and they also kind of like uh, get a general awareness of who they are. They enlighten themselves, they educate themselves, and those people, they also tend to become bulletproof empaths on that journey. So those are the kind of empaths that you cannot break. Okay, if a person who is out there, you're plotting to break a super empath, you're going to be disappointed, and that person will bring you to your knees. Especially if you're a person who is a toxic individual, it is going to be very difficult to break a super empath. Now, when you become a super empath, you become a very big problem for narcissists. You see, narcissists are used to this game of abuse, manipulation, and all these games and everything, mind games and all stuff like that. Psychological games, the mind games. That is what they do on a regular basis. They will keep on looking for the empaths because they believe that the empaths are the easiest victims for them to carry out this abuse. Because again, let's not forget that it is through the abuse that the narcissist is able to thrive and survive. They are feeding off of that energy when they are doing the abuse against an individual. There will always be times when, as a super empath, as a highly evolved empath, you will also still run into these narcissists. It has also happened along my journey. So you guys know, I do not talk about things I do not know. I do not tell you things I have not seen. The narcissist will not stop coming. They will always come. As long as they identify that empathy within you, they'll always try to believe that you're that other silly empath or the sleep empath that they can just simply come into their lives and start abusing and manipulating. Okay? But you see, when you become a super empath, you will start realizing that a lot of these narcissistic people, they are trying to avoid you. For a narcissistic person, I've told you they're on a program. They are following a certain program. That program can keep on going until the end. They will do the same things to everybody, pretty much everyone. Different victims, same problems, same trouble. But when they ever encounter a super empath, that's when they are going to realize the reason as to why they should have stayed away. You will realize as well as a super empath that narcissists are very much afraid of you. You see, back in the days when you was an ordinary empath, you used to fall for the games. All these little games they used to play, they used to swing into your life. You would fall for the BS, the love bomb and everything. Sometimes you could end up with the kind of relationships with them, and the abuse would kick off. But with a super empath, it's not possible. A super empath is a person that can read a narcissist like a book. They can read a narcissist just the way they read a book. It is so easy. They can smell them from a distance. They can smell even the slightest lie, even the things they're not talking about. That super empath will know. And that becomes a very big problem for the narcissist, because now they do not, yes, they want you because they know that you're this nice, beautiful person, but they don't understand that the super empath has got very, very strong boundaries that they are put in place to be able to protect themselves. So for a narcissist, it may come to that extent whereby they may start to figure out that they are trying to get into your life. There is something they are trying to do to get into your energy, to get into your life, but it feels like every door they try to open, that door, it has got very strong locks on it. And they cannot somehow gain access to your soul and to your energy. So you cannot actually let them in. A super empath is a person who is very much protected and very much enlightened and very much aware of pretty much everything and the people, places around them. They can actually read their own environment and what is going on around them. Because remember that they're still empaths, so they can still feel each and every emotion of the people that is around them. If a person comes in with negative energy, the person has got negative motives and intentions, that super empath is going to sniff those intentions in the blink of an eye. They will just know what this person is all about. They may sometimes get away with a little bit of minutes, couple of minutes. It could even sometimes go to a day, okay, depending on how evolved the empath is. But it will not take the empath quite a long time for them to figure out that they are most likely dealing with a very highly toxic and manipulative individual. Now that's when it becomes a real problem. It is a real threat. A super empath is a real threat to a narcissist. It doesn't really matter what kind of narcissist you're dealing with. You can deal with a greater one. You may be dealing with a spiritual one. You may any form of narcissist. It doesn't matter. A super empath is a person that is going to put a narcissist in their own place. Now you see, a super empath has got a very powerful secret weapon. That is the weapon of being able to mirror back the energy of a narcissist. Because remember that those people, they have already gone through those. Most likely, usually most of the times, they have already gone through this abuse. So they know all the playbook that the narcissists are reading from. Every kind of narcissist, they know what narcissist is reading from which playbook. When they have figured out that they're dealing with a narcissistic individual, they may sometimes give them a benefit of a doubt. It could even be a minute or two, maybe even sometime an hour or two. But before they fully actually allow this person into their lives, into their own personal space, they are going to read that person like a book, and they are going to understand what that person is all about. Should they identify they are dealing with a toxic person, they are dealing with this narcissistic individual, what the super empath is going to do, they are going to turn on their superpowers. And what is it going to do? What are they going to do? They are going to now start mirroring back that narcissistic energy. They are going to tell them the real thing that they're hiding behind the scenes. They even sometimes may talk about the things that the narcissist doesn't want to talk about, the things actually the narcissist is hiding behind the scenes, because these guys, they're always hiding some information behind. They don't want you to know some stuff. But when the super empath has heard or sometimes seen those things the things that the narcissist is trying to hide, they're going to be the first thing they're going to talk about. They may even sometimes show it is like, for example, the narcissist. They may be forcing the narcissist to look at themselves in the mirror by force, because they know that these guys are up to no good, and they want to send that energy back straight away to those narcissists, and they're going to mirror those energies back to the narcissist. And that is the thing that every form of narcissist that you know around the world doesn't want to see. They don't want to hear who they are. They don't want to see who they are. They don't want anybody to remind them of who they are. Okay. They was pretty much very comfortable with the sleep empath because you do not have those abilities. But as a super empath, you have got the abilities to mirror back every single energy the narcissist is trying to bring or to send your way. And that is what the narcissist doesn't want to see. So that is why you see a lot of these narcissists, whenever they encounter any form of super empath, and they know this empath is a very enlightened empath, they're a very aware empath, they're a very awakened empath, the narcissist will be on their way. It may take them a day or two. It may even sometimes take them minutes. That is when you see a lot of times you've seen somebody, for example, they ran into you a couple of days ago, but there is some energy they've detected in you that they know that energy is very powerful and they cannot handle that kind of energy. They will be on their way. They will ghost you. They may sometimes not answer you. They may not answer your calls or something like that, because they have figured out that you are a very, very dangerous individual for this kind of toxic individuals. That is how powerful is a super empath. So let us know what you think about the video, guys, in the comment section below. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate the support. I hope one day you can evolve and become a super empath, and you can become a bulletproof empath, because that is one of the biggest ways you can be able to use to protect yourself. Give us a like, share the page, subscribe. You guys do know that I would love and appreciate the support. Please book a session if you want to. You may donate or support to my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.